Hello everyone, welcome to Season 1, Episode 3. I'm Tim the Taster. Today I'm going to talk about the Red Yeti because my niece and nephew, Scott and Kathy, in the Louisville area of Kentucky have acquired the Red Yeti Cafe and Bar, and I'm wondering what kind of a cocktail goes into a Red Yeti. I don't know. I'm going to try a riff on a mojito and on a whiskey sour and a riff on a gimlet, and we'll see what I can come up with. And we'll taste them. I'm going to make 3 cocktails, and the common ingredients I'm going to use is ginger syrup. This is made here in California, but it's pretty simple, just cane syrup and ginger. For my take on the Red Yeti Mojito, I'm going to use Bacardi because rum, Cuba. For the gimlet, New Amsterdam gin, yeah. And for the whiskey sour, this may surprise some of you, something called Clan McGregor. You're going to say, Tim, that's not a terribly nice, wonderful whiskey. Well, no. And I've tried really nice, wonderful whiskeys in a whiskey sour, and you know what? It doesn't work as well. It's not, whiskey tends to have a lot of character, a lot of flavor, a lot of going on, which you don't really want in your whiskey sour. So I like to go with something that's fairly plain and fairly good, and this works really well for me. I don't know if it's legal to serve whiskey in Louisville, Kentucky. Is there a bourbon equivalent? I think they might lose their license if they don't serve bourbon instead of whiskey. The gimlet gets ice. 2 of gin. 2 of the grapefruit juice. But Tim, grapefruit juice? That's not what goes in a gimlet. Lime goes in a gimlet. Well, we're doing a riff on it, remember? Not quite the same. We're trying to make it red. 1 of the ginger simple syrup. And strain into a Hello Dolly rocks glass. Well, it didn't turn out quite as red as I was hoping. For a Red Yeti, it's more pink, but then I used fresh grapefruit juice instead of the stuff out of the jar. So, anyway. That was really good. Grapefruit juice is a nice different kind of a tang from a gimlet than you're used to. And the ginger really does it. That's a really good choice. Also, under things you don't really need to know, I set this on top of the dryer. It fell to the floor. Did not break. Solid bottle. Thank you, New Amsterdam. Now for the whiskey sour. Ice. Whiskey sour gets 2 to 1. 1 lemon. 3/4. And here's where we get the red part. A little cherry liqueur. Cherry herring liqueur. 1/4. Well, if you're a whiskey sour purist and you're looking for a whiskey sour, this is not it. But if you don't tell them it's a whiskey sour, this is really good. The cherry works well against the ginger, and of course the lemon always works well against the whiskey. I could drink a lot of these. This could be dangerous. This is a strong contender. Our take on the mojito. 1.5 of rum. 1 of lime, 1 of cranberry. This is where it gets weird. 1 of the simple syrup with ginger. I took a bartending class. They said at least 15 seconds of shaking. Rocks filled Collins glass. Soda water. So the mojito. Let's try this. That's not bad. You know what though? I'd still rather have a mojito. So here you have them in the order in which I created them. My take on the gimlet, my take on the whiskey sour, my take on the mojito. So it's the riff on the whiskey sour, hands down. But don't tell them it's a whiskey sour, because it's not. It's a Red Yeti. 2 of whiskey, 1 of lemon, 3/4 of ginger syrup, and then 1/4 of cherry herring liqueur, the red kind, right? That is your Red Yeti. Belvedere, Belvedere, boy! Yes, sir? Belvedere. Have you ever seen a Yeti? A Yeti? Yes, sir, I've seen a Yeti. Have you ever seen a Red Yeti? You mean there are other kinds?